Welcome back to ALPB Roundup. I'm Ryan. I'm here. We got a lot to catch up on here because we had some very busy days. Not only were we doing the normal weekend Saturday, Sunday catch up, a lot of the Friday games are crammed in here too. So let's get to work. We're going to start this thing right off in the North Division, talking Lancaster and Long Island over the weekend. They only managed to play a Sunday doubleheader, so Lancaster just kicking it Long Island in the rain, I guess, hanging out with the Duckies. The Ducks would sweep the doubleheader. All the doubleheaders, by the way, this weekend would be sweeps. Interesting to see all four. Winning game 1, 9-5, and game 2, 2-1. Lancaster looked good in game 1, pushing 2 third-inning runs across before escaping some pressure for Long Island in response. However, the Ducks, they did come back from down 5-0 with 3 runs in the 5th and 6 runs in the 9th, winning that one again 9-5. Vladimir Frias, player of the game. He had a game-tying single and a pair of walks. Rusney Castillo, he reached base in all 4 plate appearances. Sam Travis collected 3 RBI. Josh Graham, he was on the bump for the 6th inning collapse after a strong start for Niall Ball. Game 2, Lancaster got back an early run to tie the game in the 3rd inning, but a 4th inning rally would fizzle out. The Ducks would then push across the game-winning run in the 6th, just like in game 1. Dea Benson Romero RBI double was the difference maker there. Akil Morris, he's the player of the game. Good to see his name out there. He's doing well. He went 5 innings, allowing 1 unearned run on 3 hits and 4 walks while striking out 4. Jake Hoover looked good for the Barnstormers. They're hoping to get his back going. Connor Lean, he had a tough day. He went 0 for 3. He's been good so far, but he grounded into a double play at like the worst possible time in the 4th inning. You hate to see that for the boys. Long Island, they improved to 7-7 on the year, 5.5 games out of first. Lancaster is now 4-11. Gastonia and Staten Island matched up for 2 on Sunday as well. Gastonia swept the struggling FerryHawks in that doubleheader. Gastonia is now 13-2, leading the South by a game and a half. Staten Island is 1-13. Not going in depth on those games because we should mention it is not going well in Staten Island. We're not even going to talk about how bad the offense is. We're not even going to talk about how the pitching just can't hold up right now. We are going to discuss some off-field things. It's a mess up there. Kevin Krause left last week with a whole letter to the fans about feeling slighted by Edgardo Alfonso. Now, what I'm hearing from some other sources is that maybe this wasn't the only issue from Krause. Maybe he was a little bit tough to deal with at times. However, we're also hearing from multiple sources, and many of the same sources actually, that Edgardo Alfonso is also a little bit difficult to deal with up there. So I've heard as far as there's a chance, if some things don't change, that maybe his job is in jeopardy. I know we've got Pinto. I'm going to forget his first name because I'm the worst right now, and I only know the Atlantic League manager super well. But he's still available looking for a job. So I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying that people are talking. Hard to be a new team in the Atlantic League. I think people forget that. Moving along, the Rockers and Revs made the decision to play 2 on Sunday and schedule a Monday morning getaway day game. The Rockers swept the doubleheader 5-1 and 8-7. Jorge Martinez looked good for the Revs in game 1, allowing just 2 runs over 5 innings of work. But Justin Nicolino got the win for the Rockers, allowing 1 run over 6 innings of work. Just one-upped them like that. In game 2, it's Carlos Franco, 2-run homer in the 2nd. That was, though, covered up. I'm making a lot of game recaps here. I'm struggling with my details. That was covered up by 5 third-inning runs by the Rockers. They'll get you like that. The Revs down to their last out, though. Melky Mesa, 3-run bomb in the clutch. Kid, way to get after it. Tied the game up at 6. However, a 2-run Ben Aklinski home run lifted the Rockers over York 8-7. How good has that signing been for the Rockers so far this year? York did get one back, winning 2-1 in another 7-inning contest on Monday morning. York is now 4-11, 9 games out of the division in the North, and High Point is 12-4. They're a game and a half behind the division-leading Honey Hunters in the South. The Legends and Dirty Birds reversed the doubleheader pattern. They played 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. The final doubleheader sweep of the weekend, of course, the Dirty Birds took both games 7-4 and 4-0. In game 1, the Dirty Birds rode 5 fifth-inning runs. The Dirty Birds, we're going to do a whole thing about them in 5th innings, I think, because I posted something last week about how all the teams have been scoring per inning, and the Dirty Birds have been averaging like 2 runs an inning, over 2 runs an inning in the 5th inning. And now, I think they've been scoring more. I think they've scored at least 15 more since that, and that was last week, so that would up their average. It's insane what's going on, so we're going to have to do a deep dive. Jose Mesa Jr., he's the player of the game, improving to 3-0, throws 5 innings, allowing 2 runs, striking out 8. Yovan Gonzalez, Yovi, first time getting a shout out on the channel this season. He had a 3-hit day, including an RBI double. Scott Kelly had himself a 2-hit day, hoping to see his bat get hot for the Dirty Birds. Jeff Johnson had a tough relief outing for the Legends in this one, but Brett Schneider appears to be getting it going for them. That's what we want to see. Game 2 saw the Legends held to just one hit. They are liable to do that. They try to hit some big flies, and sometimes they're just not there for them. A Juan Carlos Perez homer was the main offensive highlight, but the Legends would toss a shutout in response. Lost my spot there. It's hard. The games are so similar, Game 2 and Game 3 of this series. J.J. Hoover, though, would go 8 shutty. The big man, the vet, still got it. 8 shutty. And a Nate Thompson, Dom Betancourt in the super unlikely back-to-back home run situation in the third inning. That's it. That's the offense. That would hold up because Austin Adams came in the ninth, shut the door on him, got it done. The Legends are now 8-8, 5.5 behind Gastonia. Charleston is a game better and a game closer at 9-7. Finally, the Genomes and Blue Crabs, they just managed to play their 3 games as scheduled. We recapped Game 1 of this series on Saturday when they were the only game in the league on Friday night. But the Genomes would snap the Blue Crabs' 12-game winning streak on Saturday, winning 7-2. Despite the loss, Braxton Lee was my player of the game that day. 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles and 4 outfield assists. How you doing, Braxton Lee, with the arm? Unfortunately, Mackenzie Wells and Dario Polanco coughed up 5 runs in relief after Nick Wells labored through 5 innings of 2-run ball. Made it work, though. For the Genomes, Riley Mahan, stay hot, kid. 2 for 3 with 2 walks for the Genomes. 263 OPS plus right now, something we'll continue to track. Kid is out of his mind for the Genomes. Carlos Castro, he continues to contribute. 2 for 3 with an RBI ground rule double. The Blue Crabs would bounce back in Game 3, winning 9-7. 4 early runs in the first and 4 runs in the sixth did the bulk of the damage for the Blue Crabs. Home runs from Mahan, stay hot. Moises Sierra and Luke Becker were not enough for the Genomes. Ruby Silva had himself a 4-hit day for the Blue Crabs, and Austin Ray collected 4 RBI. The Blue Crabs are 13-12. Both losses have taken place in Lexington. Just a fun fact for you. Leading the North at this point by 5.5 games over the Ducks. The Genomes are now 5-11, trailing the Honey Hunters by 8.5 in the South. That's all we got. We're going to do a bit of a look ahead coming up in another video. I'm actually going to do a quick quarter recap, but I can tell you this week we have York traveling to Staten Island, Long Island against Lancaster again, but this time in Lancaster, Charleston and the Rockers. The Genomes and Legends kick off their season series, which could be contentious just from early vibes, that's what I want to say. And the Honey Hunters and Blue Crabs will play 3 in Southern Maryland. That's all I got. It was quite a lot. Thank you for riding with me. I'm looking to put out we're 10% of the way through the season, so I'm looking to put out a report card later today, maybe tonight, of how all the teams are doing so far, so keep an eye out for that. Hoping to get this on Instagram, we'll see. Actually, you know what? I'll probably put the report card on Instagram. I don't need to be telling you this. It's just my daily planning. I'm Ryan from ALPB Roundup. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Twitter. Y'all have a good one. Go watch some baseball.